grab this water. Drink of that water. All right, man. All right, man. Welcome back to another episode of Convos in the Cave. I am Mel speaking. Today's conversation, as you can see, we doing a recap. We here. Hit this water, y'all. All right, so we fresh off the Easy versus Cassidy, but I'm beyond that. So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Convos in the Cave. I am Mel speaking. Remember, click that like, comment, subscribe button. Click the notification bell. Tell a friend, share the video. If you don't like battle rap content, recaps, just share the video to one of your friends. Maybe they like it, and hopefully we can grow. On the road to 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, man, hit me up in the comments, I love conversating in the comments, man, to keep your mind sharp, man, keep everybody on point. It gives you a different perspective. Excuse me, guys. I'm a little under the weather. That's why I was trying not to do a recap or not to post a blog today. I just wanted to get to 100% and then, get back to you guys. But we here, right? So shout out to the battle rap community. Shout out to Easy the Black Captain and Cassidy, right? Shout out to everything that they got going. I'm tired of blogging about that. So I'm happy that I'm going to do what I'm doing today. And I'm able to recap something that's, away from battle rap because, Easy, the Block Captain, and Cassidy have been oversaturating the culture with their little back and forth. So we here. So, excuse me. I was scrolling on my social medias, right? And I came across this Cory Gunz track. Let me give you a little backstory. Cory Gunz, I knew him since we knew each other since we were younger. I knew him. So for those of you who don't know, we really knew each other and we grew up we were childhood friends. I still consider him a friend. And I'm just happy that I'm able to present this platform to y'all so we can recap some of the videos. And I've been doing a lot of recaps on a lot of videos. So the reason why I'm really excited about this is because I get an opportunity to recap a video of someone who I actually know and who's actually one of the top rappers in the world, like the better rappers in the world. When I talk about who's my favorite rappers, man, he's definitely one of them. So without further ado, I'm not going to talk to you to death. We're going to go through like a kind of, not a bar for bar breakdown, but we're just going to go through Cory Gunz, Stanley. This is definitely the Eminem spinoff, and it's called Stanley. And this is his way of talking to the fans and reaching out to the community and all of his supporters. So we're going to go through it. We're going to stop it. We're going to have some commentary. And then through the commentary, through this video, we're going to have some commentary. And through there, we'll talk, So I'm not going to give my recap like in a one form, but it's going to be in increments of between me stopping and playing this song. So without further ado, Cory Gunz, it's on you, baby. Let's get it, y'all. If y'all can see in the comments. The morning sunshine blinds my window, but I live in a store. Even though it's no good, so I'll be prepared. Put your picture on my phone. It reminds me that I'm not so sad. I'm not so sad.
Hey, yo, Gunz, with all due respect, you've been on a tear. I'm loving all the work and the content dropping this year. I know you got a charge and them politics held you back. I've been a fan of yours from the day you was on the smack.
Let's play that back a little bit before I elaborate. Let's play that back. Let's get it.
Hey, yo, Gunz, with all due respect, you've been on a tear. I'm loving all the work and the content dropping this year. I know you got a charge and them politics held you back.
I know you got a charge and them politics held you back. For those of you who don't know, Cory Gunz got into a little debacle, and he got caught with a gun charge, right? So this is him just running down his life story, and this is a unique way of him talking to the fans and expressing what he been through his raps, right? This is just him going down a timeline, giving you guys some details and some context to his life story. So we all know a lot of us got questions about like what he's up to and what he's doing, but this is him just answering all your questions, being that he's on a different path and he's just ready to get back to it. So yeah, so we all know he got caught a gun charge. All right, let's go.
I've been a fan of yours from the day you was on the smack. Of all your freestyles, Green Lantern's my favorite verse. Remember you had Sway at your school on You Here First? You signed a deal with Tommy Mottola, then hit the road. And then you did a Def Jam joint venture with Hove. You even had Young Guru recording your flows. And Wayne's people reached.
So yeah, so on one of Cory Gunz's early deals, he was affiliated with Hove. He had some type of partnership with him. And we all know the famous Guru, you know, a Hove on the track. He always saying, "Yo, Guru, turn me up." And you know, he assisted Gunz in some magnitude. So Gunz is just letting you know, giving you a timeline on Tommy Mottola, Hove deals, and just giving you basically a synopsis on everything that he went through in a timely manner.
Out the bill with Tommy Mottola, then hit the road. And then you did a Def Jam joint venture with Hove. You even had Young Guru recording your flows. And Wayne's people reached out to Busy, it really showed. And Jay was on his way out of seat to some bigger goals. But when he left the label, you asked him to let you go. So back to square ones where you went, it was on the block. Uncle British linked you with After Platinum, Ernie and Guy.
So yeah, so after that deal fell through, you know, everybody's always questioning like, do he got a deal? Is he signed? Like, you know, they just asking about Cory Gunz, and he just letting you guys know that he's going through certain trials and tribulations, and this is just one of the hiccups in the road. So I like what Cory Gunz is going here. Like, you know, I heard this song already, and it's emotional. I want to go ahead and say that. Because if you know Cory Gunz, you know. We'll talk, man. Let me just let him get
flew to Arizona to work, it would never stop. The Mac mean that hip-hop game and gave you a shot. Around the same time, Nick Cannon gave you a call. You had your own show on TV and hit a tour.
So see, so right after the Def Jam fell through, you know, Nick Cannon picked him up, and Nick Cannon is one of the ones who expressed that Cory Gunz is one of the better rappers in the world, and he just wanted him to be down with him, and he was just trying to find a way to you know, give him a deal so that way he can be successful and you know, make sure he's able to take care of his family. So Nick Cannon, shout out to Nick Cannon, because you know, he's one of the ones who always look out for people, especially if he rock with you. So he was signed to Incredible Records, and that's still current, you know what I mean? And as you can see, Cory Gunz, he still got that incredible chain. He probably don't wear it, but that's one of that incredible chain that stands for Nick's Cannon record label. So yeah. So he also produced a show, a reality series that went well. You know, it was very informational. It was just a lifestyle of Cory Gunz and who he is, and you know what he do. So he got that through Nick Cannon. So through his ups and downs, he was able to still get certain situations and make financial decisions and still be able to provide for his family. So shout out to Nick Cannon for that.
Remember, it was you, Rain, Germ, Votto, and Mills?
All right, so he threw names out there. All right, so I know who Cory Gunz is personally. So when he mentioned Rain, Germ, Mills, and who else he said?
The promo. Around the same time, Nick Cannon gave you a call. You had your own show on TV and hit a tour. Remember, it was you, Rain, Germ, Votto, and Mills?
All right, so we all know who Votto and Mills is. Those guys are, well, Mills is actually popping on the internet right now, so shout out to you, Mills. Salute to you. Keep doing your thing. You probably don't know who Germ is, but Germ is one of Cory Gunz's childhood best friends. Who else? That's another person that we all grew up with. So yeah, so those are the guys. Him, Rain. We all know who Rain is. Rain is affiliated with Smack right now. He's signed to MMG. He's doing his thing on the South Side. You know, he messing with Rick Ross and them boys down there. So he's doing his thing. So yeah, so it's always good to see, you know, your people doing their thing, especially when they come from the same neighborhood you came from, you know. So kudos to those guys. Yeah, man. So that's what Gunz saying. He started out rapping with those guys. Well, in reality, like, he started out rapping on his own, of course, because his dad, Peter Gunz. But, you know, Rain came along. I'm not sure where Cory Gunz met Rain, but for the most part, I think for me, I know Rain through Cory Gunz. You know, he was they introduced each other. He was introduced to Rain, and he was just patrolling the block with Rain. And Rain was always one of those rappers who, once you stop him, you always ask him to rap. And Cory Gunz was always one of the rappers who always had a clip full ready to go at any given time on the block. So yeah, we used to rap. We used to get Gunz out the class, call him out his classroom, and ask him to rap. And in between breaks, when we go into our class, like in school, we used to always gather up in the staircase. If you know, you know. Pause. Gather up in the staircase. It's crazy. Pause that. But if you know, you know. We used to always ask Cory Gunz to rap. So he always was nice, man. And that's a whole fact. And stop me when I'm lying, you know. But yeah, anyway, go ahead, Gunz.
I did the promo running VA and got up with skills. I'm trying to tell you, I've been a follower from the start. Before Instagram or like, it was from the heart. This might be TMI, but you helped me when it was dark. They told me I would never leave SoundCloud to the charts. But they don't know the journeys and challenges that you face. Like trying to raise a family and battling with a case.
So, if you really wanted to know Gunz's life story or what was some of his trials and tribulations, you know, he definitely had some kids at an early age, and he was always a family man as far as I'm concerned. And he also had a case that was, you know, it was kind of slowing him up because he couldn't do anything public because he had that gun charge on his name, so that kind of slowed him up. And plus, at the same time, he still had to provide for his family. So, you know, he was just trying to figure it out, making ends meet in that manner. And it kind of shied him away from actually doing what he loved to do, because in that moment, right, when you coming from where we come from, is either you going to fail or you're going to succeed. There's no other options, and it's by any means necessary. So on that note, like, if you have the record deal and you're able to produce music and get support from, you know, these record labels to support you financially, that's one way. But when you have that gun charge on your name, you can't really be you know, they can't promote you, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you got that stipulation behind you. So in that regard, you have to find other means to make money. Either you working or you doing what you do to get to it, you know what I mean? And that's what Gunz faced at that time. So that was like one of the slow ups in his career. But, you know, he always was humble. He always was respectful. He always was like, if you met him, you would never know, you know what I mean? And this song, being that he releasing it, I'm pretty sure he's in the space where he can let you guys know. I'm just giving you a little context from what I know him from, you know what I mean, from my opinion and my perspective. So yeah, go ahead, Gunz.
You at a venue or two, but never leave SoundCloud to the charts. But they don't know the journeys and challenges that you face, like trying to raise a family and battling with a case. I met you at a venue or two, but I keep it brief. Them eye emojis when you go live, it be me.
My tears gon' cry, wonder why I'm alive. The morning sunshine blinds my window, but I live in a storm. Even though it's not good, so I'll be prayed. Put your picture on my phone. It reminds me that I'm not so sad. I'm not so sad.
I sent a couple links to your DM, somehow they buried. You ain't respond yet, so they probably declined already. I really hope you busy with getting some fire ready, cause I see no other reason why you didn't reply already. I even went as low to report a few times already. I'm starting to feel like all your advice was a lie already. My mom's threw me out cause she knows I'm inspired heavy. She told me get a job cause I passed up my time already. Which reminded me, you never gave up in your time of doubt. You always found a way to configure or find it out. You left me hanging back in the day I was blogging out. Now when I see you rap on the page, I'm just logging out. You hypocrite, you got me caught up, it was all a scheme. How all you rappers sleep, making kids give up on their dream. I wasted all this time looking at you talk on the screen. Even during times you were slacking off for the lean. I really think you feeling yourself.
Now, this is where, you know, for me, this part of the song, it goes kind of down a more serious path, right? And this is why I say it gets emotional for me because, like, I know Gunz, right? And I know that, you know, I know how humble he is. I know that he's a stand-up dude and he's cool. And if you met Gunz, he would be nothing other than what I'm talking about, right? But for him to be able to have the strength and courage to actually put his truth out there and express himself in the manner of which he is, it's just good to see. It's like refreshing because sometimes for you to move on to your next chapter in life, you gotta, you know, expose the vulnerabilities of your actions and your characters and your behaviors that were instilled in you in the past, right? And you got to get it out. You know what I mean? And I think this is his way of getting it out. So yeah, so I'm gonna play it back a little bit. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna get into no kind of chatty patty gossip shit. So I just wanted to say that. Yeah. So go ahead, Gunz.
I should let you making kids give up on their dream. I wasted all this time looking at you talk on the screen. Even during times you were slacking off for the lean. I really think you feeling yourself. I should let you know. I really think of killing myself. I should let you know. The comments on my SoundCloud got me feeling like zero. My family got no faith in me now. Neither does my hero. Ironically, on the dark web is the most fun. Whenever Gunz goes, I could just get me some ghost guns and get demonically. Bullet for every time you online and don't reply to me. Russian roulette, I'ma make you watch this on a live with me. Play me in public, I give a fuck about your privacy. Right off the clip from the living room like it's the driver's seat. Hopefully this should teach you the power of your words. When you click on this link, you're disturbed. Peace, bro. First off, I'ma tell you thanks. I'm grateful for you watching me journeying through these ranks. A lot of obstacles.
Hey, man. Gunz gotta be, he has to be like the best rapper to ever do it for me, right? Coming from where I'm from, like for me to actually know somebody who got the skills that this guy has, it's just incredible, man. I'll elaborate at the end of this verse, man. Yeah, we're gonna talk. I'm just getting like emotionally invested because it's good to watch. Like this is like music to my soul right now to hear him rapping again and in that like creative space, right? So I'm, you know, it really is a pivotal moment for me. Like especially with me doing this YouTube now, this gives me the opportunity to speak to him how I really don't speak to him in person. You know what I mean? This allows me the platform to let him see how I feel truly about his craft, you know what I mean? And him as well, so.
Peace, bro. First off, I'ma tell you thanks. I'm grateful for you watching me journeying through these ranks. A lot of obstacles, but you follow me through the course.
What?
It really means a lot, so I'm proud for all your support.
And Gunz, to be honest, man, he's not the only one, man. Like, I'm caught up in this moment right now because, you know, I feel every like inch of this song for real. Pause. And you know, he's not the only one. Like that's how we all feel. Your true supporters and your true fans, they all feel the same way, bro. So yeah, salute to you, man.
That verse I did for Green really hit because my dad was with me. I had the same pressure on flex, but I had the Henny. A lot of situations, it caused me some deprivation, like letting medication forsaking my dedication. But people, it caused me some deprivation, like letting medication forsaking my dedication. But people like you help me in ways of no explanation. You help me find the strength in my pain is a celebration. I'm tripping cause you know all my stages and tribulations. I never knew your name cause you change them on all your pages. You really gotta follow your gut to get to your glory. I left a couple muscle arm emojis on your stories. I think you need to get in your zone and flood out the noise. This game will cost you more than your girl and cut out your boys. The sacrifices you gotta make just this game will cost you more than your girl and cut out your boys. The sacrifices you gotta make just to be an artist. Everybody turns to a shooter once you the target. Nobody paid me mine, and some told me my shit was garbage. I worked until I gave them no choice to get it, regardless. I think your mom just wants the best for you, to be honest. Cause everything will change soon as you get out on the market. You really got potential, be patient, adjust your verge. Cause when you overwhelmed, rush your work, nothing works. I'm giving you this game cause I wish I prepared myself. So I don't give no promises out, I'm just here to help. I hope you get the love and support that you really seek. And I hope you don't believe all that shit that I seen you tweet. Just cause we ain't connect doesn't mean that it won't reflect.
Nope.
I just sent you this verse I recorded. Just cause we ain't connect doesn't mean that it won't reflect. Don't believe all that shit that I seen you tweet. Just cause we ain't connect doesn't mean that it won't reflect.
What?
I just sent you this verse I recorded, I hope you check. The internet'll take you astray and crumble your craft.
Yep.
It's undefeated, just like the street, it wants you to crash.
Yep.
I'm from a crazy place where the wildest shit is alright, but social media show me the wildest shit in my life. I'm from a different time, if you ain't understanding me, I really let my management handle this for my sanity. I'm praying, if you ain't understanding me, I really let my management handle this for my sanity. I'm praying that this don't damage you the way it damaged me. You considered more than a fan to me, you're my family. I wouldn't never take a second for granted you share with me. Look at God, before I finish this message you answer me.
Look at God, before I finish this message you answered me, and it was too late.
The fuck is this? It's a joke. It's a joke. Yo. The fuck? Yo.
My tears gon' cry, wonder why.
All right, man. All right, so we gonna end that video right there, man. Quick recap, man. Visuals fire, bars fire, cadence fire. Like, listen, anytime somebody used the stand beat to rap, right, and they put the emotions and the truth behind these raps, you can't go wrong, right? But somebody like Cory Gunz, who had the life story, right, the history to kind of back up everything that he said, it just made this beat and this cadence to this song that much better, right? And as far as the format of the song, right, so it was a letter, right? First it was the fan talking to Cory Gunz, you know, as a fan, like, hey, I'm your biggest fan. And then it was like no reply from Gunz, so the fan got angry, and now he wrote a hate letter, right? So in that hate letter, at the same time, Cory Gunz going through those emotions that the fan was acknowledging, not being able to get to his fans to, you know, reach out. The whole storyline is crazy. It was too late. So when he finally put it together and put it in words to be able to respond to him, you know, it was too late, right? So that whole storyline is fire, and at the same time, you know, we always have a fictional story we always have a story to tell, and a lot of people's stories is like myths. And when I say myths, it's mainly because somebody told the story, right? So here it is, Gunz is using his actual life story, right, behind this storyline, and it makes it just that much like emotional and truthful, right? So shout out to Cory Gunz, man. Like, he is definitely one of the better rappers of all time, and it's just great to see him back in that bag, man. And the way he this is like fire, right? This is literally like music to my ears, for real. So I always want to salute to him and keep up the good work, and I'm proud that you're able to get over those trials and tribulations and able to get back to the music. And if you read the comments, right, the comments was going crazy. So I just wanted to take the time out right here on my platform, if you listening, Gunz, to read some of the comments or to listen to some of the comments that they actually like speaking of you. And you need to understand, or you just need to know, like, if you don't feel like reading it, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you. So obviously the girl that was featured on this track, her name is Lucifina. She said, thank you for letting me be a part of this song. Ace 22K said, brilliant flip of a classic. Cory Gunz, you are a genius and a blessing to the game of hip hop. Right? These are profound words that you just don't say to anybody, Gunz. Like hopefully you can read this and just continue to just give us music, because it's people out there that's still waiting to hear you. I'm not gonna lie, every time, I scroll the internet, especially on YouTube, I'm hoping that you drop a freestyle or something, you know what I mean? So I can recap. And I'm happy that you dropped it finally. And as soon as I heard it, I went straight down to the basement and got busy. So here I am. Legacy 9 Ether 701. Not gonna lie, when it first came on, I was like, I don't want to hear another Stan, but this is fire and meaningful. And Frederick the Mayor, this is why Cory Gunz will stay fire. Real rap, Al G1 or Al G1, I don't know. Real rap back, all my heroes are coming back, slowly but surely. Ray S 2893, he effing amazing, he killed this. And this last one, I'm gonna just say this last one. The way he talked to his fan at the end, man, this is real. Ain't nobody doing it like this. So it's 100. He put 100 emoji. So Gunz, like, the fans is right, man. I heard this song like 3 times, and every verse it led to a different type of emotion, right? And it's mainly because I know the story. I know who you are as a person, and I know out of all people, what happened to you and what you went through, I feel like, it could have been someone else, You was one of the ones who didn't deserve any of that stuff that happened to you, man. But anyway, shout out to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Hit me up, Gunz, we could chop it up anytime. You know me, I know you, so hopefully you find this YouTube video. I'm a little nervous doing this, but it's all good. So salute to you, Cory Gunz, and salute to the fans, man, of Cory Gunz. And hit me up in the comments, guys. Tell me how you feel about this song. Talk to me down there. It's always good to keep our minds sharp and have open conversation about anything, just so we can, get different opinions and different perspectives on how people feel. So, yes, like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, share the video, tell a friend, run those hypes up, and salute, man. Talk to me, man. Mel, and I'm out.